Hi, I'm Byron, and welcome to the first episode of Hawktime, a show made by the students and for the students.
My name is Georgia, and you heard that correctly. Hawktime is a completely student-run TV show production filmed right here at the University of Hartford TV studio.
My name is Alex. We'll be your hosts for this entertainment endeavor. This show will have 3 segments, and each will focus on something different. Now sit back, relax, and welcome to Hawktime.
Hey, have you passed by the gym?
Yeah, it's so different to see the cardboard cutouts in the stands.
Well, the cardboard cutouts get to be there to support our Hartford Hawks basketball team. Josh caught up with freshman center Thomas Webley to hear about the main differences this season.
Hello, and welcome back to the first episode of Hawkeye of the Week. My name is Josh Fromwitz, and today we're going to be interviewing from the U-Hart men's basketball team, Thomas Webley. Let's go check out that interview.
Thomas is a native from New Zealand. He's averaging 14 minutes a game, scoring almost 4 points a game and almost 3 rebounds a game. He's also crowned America East Royal of the Week in February. So Thomas, can you tell us a little bit how COVID has impacted your freshman season and the team?
This year's been completely different. I mean, because I haven't had a proper season here yet, obviously because it's my first year, but instead of having 2 games split up a week, one difference is that now one team will travel to, we'll just play each team once throughout the regular season, and it's at the same location back-to-back days. And everyone's kind of come used to it now just because how long COVID's been around for now, but obviously at first it was just it was a hassle, especially from being in New Zealand. I played before I came here, even when COVID was a thing, and because we didn't really have it, so we didn't wear masks or anything. I only first wore a mask when I actually got here in America. So yeah, I mean it's kind of annoying, but everyone's just kind of got used to it now. Hopefully this is the only season that we have to do it for. Yeah, I mean, it means a lot, especially when they recognize, because the games are back to back, so every team's playing on the same day, Saturday and Sunday. So it's it's nice to be recognized as the rookie that had the best weekend, I guess. Yeah, that does feel good. Just that they're seeing that. Yeah, I mean, it's not so bad for me, but for some of the guys who are playing 35, 40 minutes a game, it's really hard. I mean, they're playing that, and it's really hard, obviously. And then the next day, they're less than 24 hours later, they're playing it, completely again. But we do a lot of recovery after our games, whether we're on the road, whether we're at home. As soon as we finish our first game on Saturday, we'll always guys will go to the pool. We have a cryo machine that people use, which it's pretty good. People go off with our trainer and get treatment. So yeah, everyone's just trying to stay prepared. And obviously throughout the week we prepare for that. We have lighter days, leading up to the games, just to make sure our bodies are ready for playing 2 games back to back. I'd just say just to give it their best, because I mean and you just have to really dedicate, put everything to basketball, because it's a full-time job. I mean, you don't realize how much work it is, how time consuming, and how much you have to put into it until you actually do it. Yeah, it is. Everyone is really there for each other. Everyone's got each other's back, and that's a good culture we've got going here. Everyone's for one another.
Well, there you guys have it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hawkeye of the Week. I'm Josh Fromwitz.
Wow, it's crazy to see just how much this pandemic has affected everyone in all different lines of work and careers.
I know, right? The amount of stress and anxiety everyone has been feeling over this last year is astounding. Everyone just seems to be trying to find ways to cope with it all.
Absolutely. I know getting into cooking has definitely helped me. Hey Byron, what's your favorite thing to cook?
My specialty these days is bread lightly toasted with some butter.
So toast?
A less elegant way of presenting it, but yes, toast.
Well, I don't know about you, but this week's segment of What's Cooking, you might have a different view of your beloved toast.
Are you filming? Yes. No? Oh, God. Okay, am I good? Today we're making one of my family's favorite spadinis. It's a flat piece of beef, very thin, and you roll it with breadcrumbs and cheese, and then you bake it in the oven. It's not your traditional spadini that's on a skewer. There's no real set recipe for a spadini. It's just something I saw my grandmother, my mother, and all my aunts make a million times. It's our traditional family breadcrumbs, which is breadcrumbs with garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, steak seasoning, basil, Parmesan cheese. And then I mix in some mozzarella. My grandfather Joe was a butcher. He owned a butcher shop, so my grandmother had beef easily available to her. So I think she just came up with this little recipe on her own. And then over time, my brother, my cousins, it was everybody's favorite little treat. When we were little, we used to stay at my grandmother's house down in Florida, and she used to make us spadinis. In the morning, she'd make them, and she'd wrap them up in foil and bring them to the beach with us, and that would be our lunch. And my brother and I used to be all excited at lunchtime to know we had that little pouch of spadinis, and we used to ration them and make sure he always got more than me because he was bigger than me. That's how I always remember eating them out of a little foil packet. I think the recipe's morphed a little bit over time. I put in a little more spices, I think, than my grandmother did, just because they're more easily accessible these days. I don't know if she put the mozzarella cheese in. I put shredded mozzarella cheese in. I really don't remember. It never quite tastes the way she did, so she did something special that I don't know what she did, because I can never get it to taste quite like hers. There's the finished product. But it still has that familiar taste when I have it. It brings me back to when I was a kid.
You look extra tall.
I am tall. I'm really tall. And then, are you gonna, that probably looks nasty. A little bit of salt. This is my basic breadcrumbs that I use for everything.
I have to say you're right. That dish puts my toast to shame.
That, and I loved learning about the history of the meal. So cool to learn what goes into these homemade meals we all love.
After today, I can't wait to see what is in store for next week.
Stay tuned for the next episode of What's Cooking for more easy at-home recipes and the stories behind them.
Welcome to the segment of Overcoming the Odds, Conquering COVID. Recently, we met with the University of Hartford nursing student Ryan Hagney about how he's tackling the new nursing program while dealing with the pandemic. Here's what Ryan has to say about his experience.
So my name is Ryan Hagney. I am a sophomore nursing major. Our nursing program is honestly really great. Our professors have been super lenient working with the students, and our university has given us a new building, so they're really here to see our success, and it's working out really nicely because I know so many people in our nursing program, despite it being a new program, are doing really good. So I was kind of scared at first. We didn't have any, data about how our nursing program was or our testing rates, but I took a chance and I'm happy that I did. So prior to COVID, I wasn't scared to go out and see my friends or to go out in West Hartford, walk around a little bit, get some dinner. Now things are way more cautious. You have to be careful where you're going, who you're seeing, and you really have to make sure that you're following proper protocols. So I would say it was a lot more freedom than what we can do now, given the pandemic. We had to go from being in person and traditional how we would do things to completely online, and I was scared that I was going to miss assignments or do something wrong, but my professors worked with me really nicely and really overall made it a good experience. So despite what happened, I actually think I did better the fact that we were sent home, because when I went home, we all had to quarantine. There was nothing to do other than read my books. So I sat there each day and I just studied. I went over my notes, I went over everything. It consumed me, and I actually did really well academically compared to my other academic semesters here at UHart. I personally believe that you should get the vaccine, not to be biased because I'm in healthcare or anything, but I think that would be the quicker way for things to try to get back to normal. And there's so many different scientists that came together to work on this, and we were able to watch it happen in front of our eyes, and I think that is why so many people are kind of nervous about it. I was nervous. I felt a little bit guilty as well that I was getting the vaccine because there are so many people out there that don't have the vaccine yet, and I was given the opportunity to get it. I can walk into my clinical sites and I can walk into hospitals, nursing homes, wherever I may be placed, and I can offer care without being as scared. I was really grateful for that experience, and I'm very happy that I chose to get the vaccine. I think it's a smart decision for everyone to do. When we're born, we are all given mandated vaccines, and even though it's not a mandated vaccine, it's been given out for so long, it's not a newer one that people don't question it. So I think the fact that it is newer is the reason that it's questionable, but I think that's completely normal, and I think that everything's fine. I've gotten my second dose a few weeks ago, and here I am today.
Thanks for sharing your experience with us, Ryan. We are glad that you and the rest of the students at the University of Hartford were allowed back on campus this semester. We hope that you stay safe and healthy during these challenging times.
Well, that is all we have for tonight. We here at Hawktime hope you stay safe.
We hope you join us again. Until next time, we hope you fly high.
And enjoy the view.